25-yard line.
All right, let's get it. Quick.
Power football with the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will...
Let's go. Break.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
To the air, it's Lagway. Makes the grab down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Shotgun snap on third down. Looking down the middle. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Defense looks as if it's coming. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The inside handoff. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Ball. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The Gators pick up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Hansen. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Under fire. Brought down the man. What a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On the run, it's Daniels. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now facing a third and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Gators will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Levitt. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes! And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Grab behind the line. It's Brown. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
To the air, it's Lagway. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Florida 7, Arizona State 0.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Fires to the big fella. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding,
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Tyson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Dropping back, it's Levin. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Arizona State! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Gators want to move quickly.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on the field.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Looking downfield, and it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Sturdivant. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Fourth down, coming up.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Gators are flying down the field.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Looking for room. It's Daniels. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Pressure coming. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive lanes.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Hamilton. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Got a man. It's Moss. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He's looking deep. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Makes the grab, it's Wilson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Slips a tackle and he's got room. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Gators will hustle for the line. They'll try to blast their way in. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Gator! the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Back to pass, it's Levitt. That's caught. It's Anderson. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Brown. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. He might want another play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Buying some time. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Shoots it to the left. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Bringing the heat. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On fourth down, looking to pass. Hauls it in, the first down and more. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Levitt. Snagged in the middle, it's Tyson. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Great team defense on that run play. everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't.
Turning on the Jets. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing it accurate. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Moss. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Makes a grab past the marker. Across the 25, he's got room. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And, man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Brown. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air. It's Glagway. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And there are flags flying as the pass ball's incomplete. We'll see who it's on. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. The incomplete pass brings up 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Crosses the 45.
and they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
He lets it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Makes it past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Gets it out fast. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Daniels. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Gators come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
The Gators will keep this drive going.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Keeps looking downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking for a man. It's Glagway. Here comes the heat. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
Florida 28, Arizona State 18.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Hamilton. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Here's the heat. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And the Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Fires left. Makes a connection. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Udo. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to keep it in the air. With the catch, it's Udo. It's a seat. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Dances away to buy time. Finds a man on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Gators come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, it's nice to have a guy on short yardage situations you can turn and you can hand the ball to him. And you know he's not going to dance. You know he's going to be really physical, lower his shoulder. I don't care how many yards he gets. He just needs to get past that first down mark.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
They're dealing with a second and long. Now the play fake. Floating away. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Gives it on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
He's going for it all. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They've got the lead here in the 40.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Lagway. The sure hands, it's Wilson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Fires to the right. He's got it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Rushes on him. Buys a little extra time. Slings it downfield. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
They have the lead, and the one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Quarterback may change this route. Gotta have it here on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. Lots of running room. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Motion from the back. On the snap, it's Brown. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now.